folks, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a video about my prompt for February, which is fairy tales. I thought I would come on and just go through some of my books and give you some suggestions, some ideas, that kind of thing. I have several here, so we're going to go ahead and get started. At the end, I will have some from these three books. I will remind you at the end, so if you don't want to see them, you can click away. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Let's make room for me to be able to move this stuff around. Alright, we're going to start with this one, which is a Charles Santor book, and it is just a book full of fairy tales. Now, some of the things are in here, like The Wizard of Oz. That's not a fairy tale, but you know, you can pick and choose what you want if you have that book. Alright, so there's that one. Then I have the Snow White one, which is all Snow White. So there's that one. These are self-explanatory, so I'm kind of got to go through them fast. I have the Coloring Heaven Fairy Stories Special. So all of these are fairy tales. If you have that one and have forgotten about it, pull it out. I also have the Brothers Grimm, which, you know, has all the things in it. I have done this page in here, but anyway, there's that. I have The Adventures of Pinocchio by Fabiana. So this whole book, you know, would work if you wanted to do that one, if you have it. These are hard to find, I know. This one is Snow White. I also have Alice and The Wizard of Oz and Peter Pan. Again, they are not fairy tales. So, alright. And then I have this, which is a fairy tales book. So it would work. I know nothing about any of these things that are in here, but this book will work. Okay, now we're going to move on to just books that are not fairy tale books, but you can make them work. I have this one, which is, I'm not sure, Draw Me in Your Mind. Yeah, sounds good to me. Okay, so I have a few picked out in here. I have this one. You could use this for Hansel and Gretel if you wanted to. Let's see. Another Hansel and Gretel if you wanted to. This one is A Beauty and the Beast. Okay, so there's that one. Then I have this one again. Draw a Lovely You. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. But we have Snow White. These are hard to see on camera. You could use this as Hansel and Gretel if you wanted to. Charlotte's Web. I did look it up. It did say it was a fairy tale. Who knew? This one I put in here because it's books, fairy tales. She's reading. She could be reading a fairy tale book. So you can incorporate books in there. Pinocchio is also in here. And then a Little Prince, which fairy tales, prince. You can make him whoever you want him to be. So there's that. Then we have Fairy Celebrations. Okay. We're going to think outside the box a little bit. Let's see. This one. There is a fairy tale about a magic clock. Okay. So if you find a watch, a clock, or anything like that, and you want to color that kind of thing, there is a fairy tale about a magic clock. I picked this one because probably reading a fairy tale. This one, you know, swans, ducks, fairy tales, all the things. Pick you out some swans and ducks, you're good. This one, I picked her out because you can make her like the Little Mermaid if you wanted to. And she is kind of throughout this, so you could, you know, pick whatever and make her the Little Mermaid. Alright, now we're going to move to Kanoko Agusa. And we're going to start with Symphony of Cute Animals. And for this one, I picked him, the Frog Prince. This page, Bane of My Existence, whatever, we won't go there. This one, I picked as the Three Blind Mice. Whatever, you do you. I'm just giving suggestions, and I think that's all in here. Alright, then we're going to move to Minuet de Bonjour, or whatever, however you say it, I don't know. And let's see, I picked this one, ducks. You know, there's fairy tales about ducks and such. This one, you could make Little Red Riding Hood if you want. I know this is not a wolf, this is a deer, but it's woodsy. She, you know, you can make her Little Red Riding Hood if you would like to do that. This one is just because I colored that page. Just ignore that. That's nothing. Nothing. This one, I did shoes, Cinderella. So if you have a page with a shoe on it or whatever, you can color that for Cinderella. Let's see. This one also, Cinderella. If you wanted to do that for Cinderella. This one also, for Cinderella, or you know, any princess getting married. You know how it goes in that fairy tale world. Alright, Rhapsody in the Forest. We have this. There is a fairy tale about an owl. I don't know what it's called. The Angry Owl, maybe? I'm not sure. He looks kind of grumpy, so whatever. So if you have a picture that has an owl on it, you can use that for fairy tales. I'm trying to get you to think outside the box. And then this one, because we have crowns and tiaras and all that, that works for fairy tales as well. Okay, now we're going to move on to the romantic countries. This is the first tale. The first tale. And we have sheep. Sheep. There are fairy tales about sheep. So if you have pictures with sheep, you can do that. Castles. Castles, fairy tale. Castles. This one is a stretch, but you could do this as Little Red Riding Hood as well, even though she doesn't have a hood on. Totally up to you if you want to do that. This one, again, castle. So, pick you out a castle. Do what you want to do. This one is the second tale. Okay, and this one we have this one with a castle in the background, which I thought was very fairy tale-esque. This one for Cinderella, you know. And let's see, and then not that one, that's a circus. Is that all of them? Why is it? That should not be in there. Ignore that. I think that's it. Owls. Okay, then we have the third tale. And if you don't have these books, it's fine. I'm just giving you ideas that you can use in your own books. Bookshelves with books, stories, fairy tales. It works. Castle. Castle. Okay? It works. Now, I'm going to switch to the mythographics. This one is Dream Garden. Alright, and this one, I picked this one out. This could be Rapunzel. She has all the hair. Okay, so that could be Rapunzel. If you hear a crash, ignore it. Paradise. swans. Okay. Odyssey. Odyssey. The Little Mermaid. You know, the Little Mermaid. Little Red Riding Hood. I've already colored it, but Little Red Riding Hood. Enchanted Castles. Rapunzel. Hello. Castle with books. Probably a lot more of these would work. You know, there's more castles, there's more all of that. So, you know, probably more of those would work if you have that book. Frozen Fantasies. We have this, a crown with a sword. A very fairy tale-esque. Castle. I like this castle. Another castle with a princess. A princess. Okay. You can make her whoever you want her to be. Mermaid. You could make her Little Mermaid with, you know, popsicles and such. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? I went too far. Oh no, I did not. Princess. You can make her whoever you want her to be. But I thought that that was a very nice picture of a girl going forth to look for her prince. Or whatever. Okay, now, warning. Here we go. I'm going to show these. Alright, let's start with the Beauty of Horror ones first. There's not very many in here that I picked out. I have Beauty of Horror 1. And in here, I have chosen this one as the Little Mermaid. Okay. This one as Goldilocks. This one as the Queen. You know, the mirror, the things. Alright. Beauty of Horror 2, I only have one in it. And Cinderella. Okay. Dark Art. I found several in here. We have a king. We have a heart for Snow White. We have another. We have a princess, you know, doing princess things. We have a wolf. There are fairy tales with wolves in them, so there's your wolf. We have, again, mirror, mirror on the wall. And then, there you go. You can make these whatever you want. When I see her, I see the, you know, that evil queen. So, there you go. All right. There you go. Ideas for fairy tale prompts. Fairy tale fairy tale pages for the fairy tale prompt. I will leave the hashtag down below. If you do any of these, please, if you want to share, post them on Instagram. I'd love to see them. I did not show PDFs. I have PDFs. I know that Mariola has a Thumbelina that's really, really cute, and I have colored it with pan pastels. If you want to see that, it was done live. So, okay. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. I hope this helped get you to step outside the box and think of other things that would work as fairy tales if, like me, you don't have very many fairy tale books per se. All right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Be kind to one another. Make someone smile. And I'll see you next time.